Auto rifles are in a pretty good place in the sandbox right now, although they're about to get a whole lot better with the mid-season 20 patch coming in a few days' time. Today I want to dive into the best auto rifles in Destiny 2 right now. We can have a look at the stats and the perks and the god rolls to pick up, plus also how to get them so you are ready for that mid-season patch and the rise of auto rifles. Okay, without further delay, let's dive into the list, and first of all we've got Sweet Sorrow. This one is a legendary energy auto rifle with a rapid fire frame, meaning it's got deeper ammo reserves, and you got a slightly faster reload when the magazine is empty. For PvE, triple tap and turnabout would be good. So triple tap is where rapidly landing precision hits will return one round to the magazine. Turnabout is where using the weapon to break the shield of a combatant or a guard using their super will grant you an overshield. For PvP, perpetual motion and tap the trigger would be best. And so with perpetual motion, the weapon gains bonus stability, handling and reload speed while the wielder is in motion. Then tap the trigger, it grants a short period of increased stability and accuracy on the initial trigger pull. So this one is a little bit tricky to get these days, but you can still get it from Banshee 44 and Zur when they are selling this weapon. Well, next up we got Chroma Rush. This is another classic. This one's from Season of the Splicer. It's a legendary kinetic auto rifle with a rapid fire frame, meaning deeper ammo reserves, slightly faster reload when the magazine is empty. For PvE, Feeding Frenzy and Rampage would be good. Another good one for PvE is Heating Up and Kill Clip. And then for PvP, Moving Target and Tap the Trigger would be good, or you can get Dynamics for Reduction and Kill Clip. Again, this one is a little bit tricky to get these days, although you can get it from Zur when he's selling this weapon. Well, next up we got Dark Decider. This one is a legendary energy auto rifle with a rapid fire frame. This one has the origin trait Skulking Wolf, so while at low health, Guardian final blows of the weapon grant enhanced radar and remove you from the opposing radar. For PvE, Subsistence and Vault Shot would be good, so with Subsistence, defeating targets partially reloads the magazine from reserves. Vault Shot, this is a very good perk, so reloading the weapon after defeating a target overcharges the weapon for a short period of time, causing it to jolt on its next hit. Then for PvP, Dynamic Sway Reduction and Rangefinder would be good, so with Dynamic Sway, that improves the accuracy and stability while continuously holding down the trigger. And you got Rangefinder, so aiming the weapon increases its effective range and zoom magnification. So to get Dark Decider, you want to play Iron Banner, and it will drop for you at the end of matches. Also, you can rank up with Lord Saladin in the tower and get it as a reward there. Plus, you got that focusing option as well, so a few ways to get the Dark Decider. Next up, we got Fright. So this one is a legendary kinetic auto rifle with a precision frame, meaning the weapon's recoil pattern is much more predictably vertical. For PvE, 4 times the Charm and Focus Fury would be good. So 4 times the Charm, rapidly landing precision hits will return 2 rounds to the magazine. Focus Fury, so dealing half of the magazine as precision damage grants the weapon bonus damage, and the shot count is reset whenever the weapon is reloaded or stowed. For PvP, Fragile Focus and Elemental Capacitor would be a decent roll. So Fragile Focus, the weapon gains bonus range until the wielder takes damage, and the bonus returns when no damage is taken for a short duration. Then you've got Elemental Capacitor, so increased stats based on the currently equipped subclass. Solar, increase your reload speed. Arc, increases handling. Void, increased stability. Stasis, moderately controls the recoil and increase the movement speed while you are aiming down sights. I'm not really sure what it does for Strand, but you can let me know down there in the comments. Well, you can get this one from Banshee 44 and also Zur when they sell the weapon. Next up we got Ludbrook C. Is a legendary kinetic auto rifle with a high impact frame, meaning it's slow firing and it's got high damage. The weapon's more accurate when stationary and you're moving slowly and you're aiming down the sights. For PvE, Demolitionist and Adrenaline Junkie would be good. So Demolitionist, kills with the weapon generate grenade energy, activating your grenade ability reloads the weapon from reserves. And then Adrenaline Junkie, so the weapon gains increased damage and handling from final blows with grenades from the weapon, so those 2 perks work really well together. For PvP, Perpetual Motion and Kill Clip would be good. So Perpetual Motion, the weapon gains bonus stability, handling and reload speed while the wielder is in motion, and Kill Clip, so reloading after a kill grants increased damage. This one has the origin trait Hake Breach Armament, so the weapon deals increased damage against vehicles, turrets, barricades, and also stasis crystals. Well, Ludbrook C is a world drop weapon, so it is going to be a little bit tricky to get this one if you're looking for a specific farm. World drop weapons can drop from multiple sources, so legendary engrams in loot chests at the end of activities like public events, lost sectors, and the end of seasonal activities, but also do keep an eye on Banshee 44 as he does sell world drop weapons, so you should be able to pick up a roll from him at some point. Next up we got the 7th Seraph Carbine. This one's a legendary kinetic auto rifle with a precision frame, meaning the weapon's recoil pattern is much more predictably vertical. This one comes with the origin trait Rasputin's Arsenal, where breaking the target's shield partially reloads the weapon's magazine. For PvE, Reconstruction and Frenzy would be good, so Reconstruction, the weapon slowly reloads itself over time up to double capacity. Then you got Frenzy, so being in combat for an extended period of time increases damage, handling, and reload for the weapon until you're out of combat. For PvP, Dynamic Sway Reduction and Rangefinder would be good. So with Dynamic Sway, improves the accuracy and stability while continuously holding down the trigger, and Rangefinder, aiming the weapon increases its effective range and zoom magnification. Well, to get the 7th Seraph Carbine, you can get it from the Spire of the Watcher dungeon. That one was introduced in Season of the Seraph, and you can get that one from the first chest or the first encounter when you ascend the Spire. But as of Lightfall, it's also been added to the World Loot Pool, which is much easier to get, to be honest. Plus you can keep an eye on Banshee 44 and also Zur, because they sell it too. Next up we got Perpetualis. This one is a legendary kinetic auto rifle with an adaptive frame, meaning it's got a well-rounded grip, it's reliable and it's sturdy. The origin trait here is Noble Deed, so the weapon gains charges after assisting allies with revives, healing, overshields or subclass buffs. Defeating targets consumes that charge, and while charged, the weapon gains bonus handling and reload speed. For PvE, Envious Assassin and Hatchling would be good. Well, this one is a strand weapon, so that's excellent. So Envious Assassin, rapidly defeating targets with other weapons before drawing this one, transfers ammo to the magazine from reserves. This effect can overflow the magazine based on the number of targets defeated. Then you've got Hatchling, so precision final blows or rapidly defeating targets with non-precision weapons spawns their threadling at the target's location. For PvP, Zen Moment and Eye of the Storm would be good. So a Zen Moment, causing damage with the weapon reduces recoil and flinch over time. Then you got Eye of the Storm, so this weapon becomes more accurate and boosts handling as your health gets lower. Or to get Perpetualis, you can play the seasonal activity in Season of Defiance. That's called Defiance Battlegrounds, then use that Defiance key to open up the chest at the end. Well, next up we got the Amit AR2. This one is a legendary energy auto rifle with a precision frame, meaning the weapon's recoil pattern is much more predictably vertical. For PvE, Ambitious Assassin and Incandescent would be good. So, Ambitious Assassin overflows the magazine based on the number of rapid kills before reloading, and Incandescent, defeating a target, spreads the scorch to those nearby, and more powerful combatants and opposing guardians cause scorch in a larger radius. For PvP, Dynamic Sway Reduction and Tap the Trigger would be good. So Dynamic Sway, we've been through that one before, and Tap the Trigger, well, that grants a short period of increased stability and accuracy on the initial trigger pull. So this one is a world drop weapon, so you get it from legendary engrams and chests at the end of activities. Plus also Banshee 44 sells it sometimes, so it's worth checking them out in the tower. Plus there's also a quest at the beginning of the Witch Queen expansion. It's all about learning how to craft weapons of the Enclave, and you can also get red bordered versions of the weapon as well, so you can craft your very own Amit AR2. Well, finally, we've got the best of the best, and this is Rufus's Fury. So this one is a legendary kinetic auto rifle with a rapid fire frame, meaning deeper ammo reserves, plus it deals strand damage. This one comes with the origin trait Harmonic Resonance, so equipping multiple weapons from the set grants the weapon increased reload speed and handling, so you want to use it with other raid weapons from the Root of Nightmares raid. For PvE, Reconstruction and Target Lock would be good. So Reconstruction, the weapon slowly reloads itself over time up to double capacity, and Target Lock, damage increases the longer the weapon remains on a target. So that is a really, really good combination for PvE. For PvP, Perpetual Motion and Tap the Trigger, that is a classic combination that I've talked about a couple of times already in this guide. Well, to get this one, you're going to need to go into the Root of Nightmares raid in Destiny 2 Lightfall. It can drop from the third and the final encounter, and once you get hold of it, you can get it from the secret chest in the raid as well. You can also collect 5 red border versions of this weapon, and you'll be able to craft your very own version at the Enclave on Savathûn's Throne World. Well, let me know in the comments what you think about these auto rifles, and let me know if you think I've missed anything. And that is it for this guide for the best auto rifles in Destiny 2 at the moment. And as always, thank you so much for watching or listening. For more Destiny 2 content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. Or you can check me out on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. Enjoyed this video or found it useful? Liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.